Okay. So the Batman is coming. Robert Pattinson.
Batman!
So, Robert Pattinson is going to be Batman.
And I am so hyped.
I am so hyped. There's a third trailer now called The Cat and the Bat, or The Bat and the Cat, whatever. And it looks phenomenal. I mean, you're looking at the...
This is going to be a sexy movie. No, hear me out. So, the chemistry that they have with each other. So, the chemistry that, like, Christian Bale and Anne Hathaway had in that film was very, like, flirty and kind of romantic-esque. But it's not the same, like, pure, sexy, raw, like, just energy that this big, beefy, sexy energy that Batman Returns had. Between Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer, they had that, like, pure on, like, we are 3 seconds from ripping these costumes off and banging. Whereas this new trailer, like, slamming her down on the table, it was like, oh, they're gonna bang. And I'm so here for it.
Going through, like, you know, you have the Tim Burton Batmans were sort of like a gothic fantasy, and you get Christopher Nolan's Batmans that are, I know people say realistic and void of the fantasy aspects, but Christopher Nolan would always say, well, identifiable.
Yeah.
It's on the human level.
It's the relatable Batman movies.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this could happen in the real world. The suit isn't rubber, it's actual...
It's not superhero.
He actually wore, like, bulletproof stuff. And he actually had, you know, a working tank and all these other kinds of things. And there's not the supernatural elements going on. You know, it's just people.
This is the greatest detective Batman. This is the... Yeah.
Well...
Oh, we skipped a generation there. Go ahead.
Huh?
The DC...
Oh, the DCEU is a combination of those two.
Yeah.
And so you're keeping the Christopher Nolan's realistic...
Beefcake Batman.
Yeah, you're keeping the realistic little bit of that, and then you're bringing in, obviously, like, sort of the magic-type stuff.
A little bit, yeah. And even some of his gadgets are a little more...
Yeah, I would say, yeah, but, I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman definitely belongs in that universe.
Yes. Yeah.
So then you get to The Batman, where they're going full film noir, they're going the greatest detective Batman. Yeah. It's going to be more of a... They've even said it's going to be more of a detective story. And you can see that in the trailer where you have... You know, we'll bring in the Riddler. That's perfect. Because you have him, you know, setting up the mystery, and there's murder, and the city is, you know, big and beefy. Alright, I gotta quit doing that. The city... The palette is very saturated. There's not a lot of color. And it's very... Almost black and white like a film noir. There's the rain scenes. The cityscape has a lot of, like... Gothic kind of architecture to it.
Big, beefy Gothic architecture.
So it is Gotham. It's dark and dank and...
Big beef.
Dear God. It's dirty, you know. It's
filthy, it's gross, it's disgusting, makes me want to puke.
Well, and they've made it a character so that the city itself is a character. The police force is all corrupt and ridiculous, and that's gonna be its own spin-off show. There's gonna be a show about the Gotham PD.
Oh, that's cool.
There's gonna be another one about the Penguin. I don't know how.
I'm okay with that.
Would that just be some kind of gangster thing? I guess
just a mob show. All right, so they're actually I didn't hear any of that. So they're going places with this iteration.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that this wasn't just going to be a one and done thing, because I want to see more of this.
No, yeah, I think they've already planned. They are planning a trilogy unless this one flops hard, but I don't see that happening at all.
We might get Willem Dafoe as the Joker.
Look, Willem Dafoe should be the Joker, but he's already done Green Goblin, so...
Who cares?
I don't care, but I'm saying that...
Who cares?
I think that's the thing, though. I think they've already...
Give the fans what they want!
They're already bringing in the Joker, though, I think. It's that weird kid from The Green Knight.
Oh, piss balls,
he's gonna be the Joker somehow.
He better be good.
And... People have said this. I don't know if it's true. But I think this... I'm real excited for this iteration of Batman. It's going to be even more realistic and even more... You know, I mean, it's like he doesn't even have any money. He just builds a muscle car with, like, a jet engine in it, and...
It's going to be awesome.
You know.
Even the car's sexy. Like, it's got this... Yeah, it's got this muscle car. Like, it's
the hat is, or that cowl is sort of like leather.
Yeah, it's like it's smoother. It's more armor. Like his whole suit is it's armor. It's
which we know it is because it's like you go to.
He gets shot so many times in the trailers.
He just constantly gets. That's the thing. And there's so much like action going on too. And then they had the scene with there's the smoke and everything, and he's going through there and beating up the guys, and that's Batman. So all the people that were like doubting it, that this is Batman. Okay, he can do it.
Mm-hmm. And all the people were like, "Oh, Edward from Twilight."
Oh, which by the way,
no. Robert Pattinson is great
because he's in this movie called, what's that movie called? The Lighthouse. Which he's absolutely brilliant in. Why
yes.
Just spill your beans.
That movie's great. Why have we not done a
review?
We need
to do a review of The Lighthouse.
We need
Never kill a seagull. Never kill a seabird. Don't kill a seabird! Yeah. Bad luck to kill a seabird. Bad luck to kill a seabird. There she be. I saw you sparring with a gull. Best leave it be. Best leave it be. The Batman. Hark! I think it has the potential to be the best Batman ever.
It does. It does have that potential. It's got a long way to go to get there.
Oh man, you got to not only beat Batman Begins, you got to beat The Dark Knight, which is the holy grail of Batman.
Yeah, not only the best Batman movie ever made, but one of the best movies made. Like
best superhero movies.
It is a phenomenal film in its own right, superhero or otherwise,
or crime drama. Really,
it's just a great movie, and
beginning, middle, and end. Like every. That's the thing about those sequels is Batman Begins is its own movie. Dark Knight is its own movie. Dark Knight Rises, you kind of have to see The Dark Knight, but, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not as good as the previous two, but it's still amazing. And,
yes.
And it is right now the best Batman trilogy. It's the only Batman trilogy, actually, because Tim Burton only got two, so...
Yeah, it's like Jedi, where it's third chapter, not quite as good as the other two, but still really good.
Right, Return of the Jedi, yeah, exactly.
And it's, you know, but still... a league above.
Oh yeah, I mean, The Dark Knight Rises is still great, but yeah, it just doesn't. It's not The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, they really found where they were going with that one, and it turned out phenomenal. And I'm hoping that The Batman turns out as good, if not better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I expect it to? No,
I really don't. I mean, Matt Reeves, he did Planet of the Apes, the new ones. I haven't seen those.
They're good.
Did you see them? Mm-hmm. You saw all three of them? Mm-hmm. Just the first one?
I think so.
Maybe the second one?
I can't even remember.
It's certainly not the Tim Burton one from 2001.
No.
That looked like absolute garbage, as much as Tim Burton does good movies.
Visually, it looked cool.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I saw the original one. You maniacs!
But yeah, so would you recommend this movie that hasn't come out yet?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with The Batman. It really looks like they're going to have a lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue. But I think, was it Zoe Kravitz? Is that how you say her name?
God, she's so attractive.
She has the potential to be the best Catwoman. I mean...
She has potential to be the... Now, this is going to sound so chauvinistic, but let me be a gross, disgusting, sweaty man here. She has potential to be the sexiest Catwoman since Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Halle Berry, they tried to do that with her, but the movie was so bad that it took away from it. This, they're giving her that raw sexual charisma that Anne Hathaway didn't have that. She was good. Yeah. She was the flirty Catwoman. She wasn't like because Michelle Pfeiffer was just like that was like my sexual awakening as a child was Michelle Pfeiffer in that tight rubber suit.
Well, I mean, Anne Hathaway. The character was good, but it's like what you said. I mean, the chemistry was there, but she wasn't like the Batman looks like it's going to be like half her movie, and they're really going to be sharing the movie. Whereas Anne Hathaway's Catwoman was just kind of there,
and like even in Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer, it was almost like half her movie as well.
Yeah. And she's still the best Catwoman right now.
Yes. I mean, well, who else could do backflips and then stop and just go, meow.
Right.
And have everybody in the theater just drop their jaw, just like the Penguin is in that scene. Like, oh my God, please. Which, fun fact about her, the scene when she's in the department store and she's using the whip and cutting the heads off of the mannequins, she did that in real life and she did it in one take.
I did not know that.
And there's a video of it where she literally just goes and she takes her time, knocks the heads off of all of them, and then she literally turns to the crew and bows, and everybody just like applauds and jumps out.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess.
Yeah, it's great.
I guess I'll have to look that up.
I'll send you the video for it. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, she was great, and I am hoping that Zoe Kravitz lives up to that, because those are big shoes to fill too. That's the thing. Each of these characters that they're bringing in are stepping into such big shoes. Mm-hmm. You know, Robert Pattinson, he's following, you know, the greats, where you have, let's just name the best two, Michael Keaton and Christian Bale.
It's definitely George Clooney. My bad.
Hello, Freeze.
My Batman.
Well, even Adam West was a great
they all
fan.
bring their own.
They all bring their own funk to it, but
their own thing. Yeah, I mean, I think.
But Penguin, I mean, they're going in a really different direction for Penguin, and it's going to take a lot to pull it off. And from what I've seen, I like the direction that Colin Farrell is
yeah, well, he's going to be a man. He's not like a half penguin guy.
He's just an ugly kind of Scarface-looking dude.
Yeah,
like
I think he's going to be more of like an Al Capone
penguin,
Scarface penguin, rather than what's the actor that name? I can't remember his name.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito walks in. Ah! He was the hose of cold water that cooled everyone off after Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And then you go, it's for your own good.
Right. She feels more like the I'm not a hero type, because it's really hard to see Anne Hathaway as
it really
villain.
Is.
She's got it, which is such a because she's good at it. It's such a detriment to her that it's hard to see her as that.
Some
she's
people
so good at it.
Well, some people just don't have the right look to be a villain. Some people just always look like a happy-go-lucky hero or whatever. And
well, she did great as Catwoman.
She did do great, yeah.
She did really good job.
As soon as like that opening scene where her character completely changes from where she's trying to break into the safe, and Christian Bale walks in, you know, on his cane or whatever. And then it was like, oh yeah, you stole something or whatever. And then she's like, and then it's just the camera pans in. She just completely changes into Catwoman.
Her stance just changes.
Yeah, everything changes. So she did a really good job. But that was a different take.
That was a different type of movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. But again, I think Catwoman will probably represent like the lower classes, like the poor people in Gotham. And then she's going to come...
She represents the people, yeah.
She'll come into contact with, you know, Bruce Wayne, who's this millionaire.
The rich playboy,
yeah. Yeah, has the legacy of people, the people that built the city. And I think actually that's going to come into play. They keep saying in the trailers, you're part of this too.
Yeah.
And...
Why haven't you done more for this city?
Yeah. So then he just kind of goes, huh. But you can bring in... I think they're going to bring in people talking about the Court of Owls, which was basically all the rich folk of Gotham, that his parents were actually a part of it. I could see that happening. I mean, they're already... We're just going to bring him into conflict with Alfred. So you're getting all kinds of cool stuff. Hopefully.
Speaking of Alfred, I mean...
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is going to be great.
And he could be the guy that's more of like the ninja Alfred.
Yeah, he's the bodyguard Alfred.
Yeah, like...
Alfred with a shotgun from the comics.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Caine is the absolute gentleman.
Yes.
He is Alfred, okay? Like, but you can bring in other people like Andy Serkis and like, okay, yeah, he's Alfred, but he's not the Alfred. Where, you know, Michael Caine just has an umbrella or whatever, and he's
right.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, like, oh, you know, and he gives like some kind of funny quip or whatever, and but yeah, so Andy Serkis, it'd be awesome. I don't know.
I'm excited for this movie.
Well, and the bad crap, who's playing the bad guy? Danny somebody. Paul Dano, who plays weird guys with big glasses. Like in Prisoners. I think Charlie Reese or whoever the hell. Who's the guy? Matt Reeves. Not Matt Reeves. What? actually directing this? Did I say Matt Reeves earlier? That was Superman.
Christopher Reeve was...
Christopher Reeve, okay. I think it is Matt Reeves, then. It is Matt Reeves. Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. Matt Reeves saw Prisoners and was like, Paul Dano wearing big glasses. He could be the Riddler. He's going to be Edward Nygma. Fantastic. Yeah. Did he change his name? Is it still Edward Nygma?
I don't know.
I don't know either.